Hello, hello. I am Coach Cori Sartori. I empower high-achieving women to shift their mindset to grow in their self-love, confidence, and career. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how goal setting changed my life. And if you've heard me talk about this before, you know that I believe that vision and goals is really the foundation for all of my self-development. And so I want to talk to you about how goal setting has transformed my life and hopefully give you a few tips in your own vision and goal practice. So I have shared with you before that I was really good in my 20s at crushing it at my career. I was driven to get promoted. I wanted to move up the ladder, and I was a good leader. I was a good manager. And so that was really where most of my focus was. I didn't really spend any time thinking about my personal goals or my health goals. I just was really focused on career, which was fine, but I didn't have a balanced life and I wasn't happy. And so I really needed to figure that out, but I just didn't know that, right? Like I didn't know I needed to be doing goal setting. You've heard it all your life. You hear it in school, you hear it after school. People tell you like, oh, you have to have goals. But unless you know how to set goals and create that vision for your life, it's really difficult. And so one of the first things that I found when I found self-development was the documentary, The Secret. And if you watch this documentary, it's really about manifestation and visualization and how you can attract things into your life. And so that was the first thing that I was really introduced to when it came to self-development. It was the first, I think, documentary I watched after I had ended my toxic codependent relationship. And I was like, okay, there's something here. And then I moved back to Salt Lake City in the summer of 2013 and was lucky enough to be surrounded by a community of people that were working on themselves and pushing themselves to be better people. And so I gravitated towards that. I was like, okay, what's this all about? And so one of the first things that they shared with me was vision and goals. And that was really powerful for me because I, like I said, had only been working on career goals and I definitely wasn't where I wanted to be in my career. And so when I was introduced to vision and goals, it was hard. And I've had clients share with me before too, is like, I always ask, like, create a 10-year vision. And sometimes that's incredibly difficult for people. Like they can't see that far in the future, but it's where I want them to just start doing it to practice. Because when I first started writing out my 10-year vision, I didn't know what I wanted. And so I just wrote out things that I thought I wanted. And then the more I practiced creating my vision for my life, it got more and more solid over time. And so, I look back when I first started doing my vision and goals 9 years ago, and I think my 10-year vision said that I was living in the Bay Area in Burlingame. I was running a coffee shop, juice shop, and I was going to yoga and things like that. And although that was a great vision for my life, the more I did the vision work, the more it changed and became really what I wanted it to be. And right, as you start the growth process, as you start working on yourself, your vision will change because you are changing, you are growing, and you are becoming the person that you were meant to be. And so the first thing that I want to offer you in creating a vision is to just think about where you want to be 10 years from today and fully live in possibility. And that's the first thing I always share with clients when we're doing any goal setting or vision work is to live in possibility. So many of us have a fixed mindset, right? We think that our past defines us. We think our present defines us and that this is all we get. Instead of understanding that you can have anything that you want in this life if you are willing to put in the work. But it is work. It's not going to just be handed to you. And right, like self-development is so incredibly difficult. It is, you're always working on yourself and you're always growing. So, I mean, there's sometimes where I'm just like, oh my gosh, can I catch a break? But like the growth that I've been given in my life and the challenges that I faced have helped me become the person I am. And I love myself and I love who I am. I love the mom I am, the wife, the coach. And so there's going to be challenges with this work, but it is incredibly powerful and it is worth the investment. So when you are creating your 10-year vision, fully live in possibility. Like you can have anything you want and you can if you are willing to put in the work, right? It's hard work to get to where you want to go. So fully live in possibility. And then be as specific as possible. And remember when you're writing out your vision that you want it to be balanced, right? Like this group is called Life Balance for High Achieving Women. Like we want balance. If you're only working on career goals, then that's all your life's going to be about is career. But if you want to have a happy personal life, better health, then we really focus on creating goals, career career, personal, and health. And so when you're creating your vision, you want to make sure that all of those things are incorporated. So like my 10-year vision will say who I'm with, the places I've traveled. I think I have like Singapore and Japan. I also have where I'm living. Like I say that I'm living in the 9th area above 1100 East in Salt Lake City. My home is 4,000 square feet. Like you need to be as specific as possible. And so really focus on the specifics when you're creating your 10-year vision, and again, fully live in possibility. And so when I started my vision practice, I did that. And to be honest, like a lot of my vision was kind of playing it safe because I hadn't really grasped that possibility. So I was like, okay, well, these are things that I can do. And then as I continue to work on myself and continue to grow and do this vision and goal work, my vision began to grow and grow and grow. And the amount of money I'm making and the things I was doing began to grow and grow. I think, when I first started that 10-year vision 9 years ago, it said that it didn't say I was married. I didn't have a kid. And then as I, learned more about myself and grew into the person that I loved, I realized I did want to get married and I did want to have a family. And so now I have that and I'm so truly blessed. So when you are starting this work, just remember it's practice. It doesn't need to be perfect. And so then from your vision, you're going to create goals from there. And so the goals for me, when I first started, I always tell people live in possibility, but I was writing out goals that I knew were already going to happen because then I could check that off and feel accomplished. And so the more I did the work, I started setting goals that were a little bit scarier for me and pushed me out of my comfort zone. And that's something that I will challenge you to do is when you are creating goals, make sure that they are pushing you out of your comfort zone. I think it was like 2013, I'd been really getting into yoga and was really loving yoga and the community. And I think it was like either end of 2013 or early 2014 where I put on my vision and goals that I will complete my first yoga teacher training in 2017. And, as I'm doing this vision and goal work and I kept seeing that, I'm completing my 200 yoga teacher training in 2017. I was like, what am I waiting for? Like, if this is something I want to do, I'm going to do it now. And so a lot of the goals that I had been setting for myself started coming a lot quicker than I had planned because I was doing the work and I was pushing myself out of my comfort zone, which was helping me to build my confidence. And, working on myself made me be a better person. It made me work towards harder things. And, when I first did my yoga teacher training, I kept telling everybody, I'm like, oh, well, I'm not going to teach yoga. I just want to do it to grow my confidence, there was some truth to that. But once I started like learning about yoga and the history and teaching, like I was like, oh my gosh, I'm all in. I have to do that. And so, after that in 2019, I did another 300-hour teacher training for yoga. And so now I have I think I have over 600 hours of yoga teacher training. And so once you start this vision and goal work, you are going to accomplish so much more. For me, I have accomplished so much more in my life than I thought I would. And it's just in these past 9 years since I started this work. And it's not just in career, which that was all my focus was in my 20s, was like career. And I did buy my first condo when I was 24 years old, but that wasn't a goal I had. That was really my dad telling me, like, young lady, you need to buy a house. And I was like, okay, Dad. But I have now accomplished so much because I am committed to growth. Now I'm married to my best friend. I'm running my business that I absolutely love. I have an amazing four-year-old little boy. And I'm living a life that is full of love and joy. And yes, there's been obstacles that have come up, right? Last year I went through breast cancer and that was extremely difficult. But because of all the work I've done and the goals I've set, I didn't let it break me down because I knew that I had so much more to accomplish in life that I had to just keep moving forward. And so really my vision and goal work has completely transformed the person I am because I spend time reflecting on my vision and goals daily. Like, so I read not just my 10-year vision, I read my life's vision, right? Like I've written out a vision that is, who I am probably in 40 years from today. And I read that vision every single morning. And I also read my monthly goals every morning. So I have my 10-year vision and then I have 10-year goals, 5-year goals, 1-year goals, and all of these are balanced. So there's goals for career, health, and personal. But every month I will sit down and I will write out my goals, and those goals really are to help me get to my 1-year goal. And so that's really been powerful for me because I am moving forward. And there are those moments, right, in life where you're doing something and you're working towards something and you just don't feel like you're getting anywhere. And that's why I found that writing out my monthly goals is so valuable, because I can see myself accomplishing them, right? Each month when I sit down to do my new goals, it's like, awesome, I did this and I did this and I did this. And so I challenge you that if you don't already have a vision and goal practice, to start it, because this one thing can transform your life. It is so powerful. And for me, like, my life is so amazing because of my vision and goal work. I get to work with incredible women, building their self-love, their confidence and career. And I get to be a mom to my son. I've been able to travel to all these amazing places. I've been to Japan twice because of my vision and goal work. I have been to Canada. I have been able to, visit my brother. And I just feel so grateful that I chose to take on this vision and goal work. And now I have literally taught vision and goal work to over hundreds of people. I couldn't even tell you how many, because it's something I'm so passionate about. It's something I love so much that if I can share vision and goal work with people, I've done it, whether it's in, my goals, grit, and gratitude workshop, or if it's just in my one-on-one coaching or my group coaching. This work is so powerful, and it is absolutely something that will transform your life. So thank you for letting me share my story about vision and goals with you. I know goal setting is so powerful. So I challenge you, take some time this week to write down your 10-year vision and then pull goals from that. Create your goals for your 10, 5, and 1 year that are living in balance. So career, personal, and health. And give yourself a by when date. I think that's something that's been helpful for me too, is like, I give myself a date, like, by when, this is when it will be accomplished. And that's why with my monthly goals, it's like, okay, well, this is my by when is the end of the month. So these are the things I need to be focusing on to get to my 1 year goal. So I hope you found value in this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here and supporting me. I'm incredibly grateful for each and every one of you. If you are ready to create a vision and goal practice, if you are ready to transform your life, if you want to grow your self-love, your confidence, and your career, then I'm your girl. So send me a message with the word program in it. Send me a DM. And I have 4 spots left for my one-on-one coaching in May. And I promise you, this work will transform your life. And it is work, but it is incredibly powerful. It is incredibly life-changing. And I would love to support you in growing in your life. So again, send me a DM with the word program and we'll get connected, and I can show you how I can help you transform your life. Have an awesome day, and thanks so much for being here.